in again. Hang on.
Right, got it.
Oh, yeah, you're there now.
I'm here
Yeah.
now. Oh,
Yeah.
Good.
hello, everybody.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh,
Mm.
Are we all well?
yes,
Yeah.
you?
Yeah, you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, I'm feeling better than I have been. I haven't been too well, but
All right.
Oh,
And you were away last week, weren't you? Did you go away?
I
in
was
the
away.
caravan?
Came back yesterday.
Oh, right.
But yeah, I've come to the conclusion that it's my blood pressure tablets. They changed them, and
Oh.
it really messed me up. I had bad stomach ache and really bad headaches and horrible.
Oh.
But hopefully they're out
Yeah.
of my system now. I got the doctor's
Right,
again
yeah.
on Thursday, so hopefully be back to normal.
Yeah. Mm. Mm.
Funny, isn't it?
Mm.
Just one little thing switches everything around, doesn't it?
Yeah,
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
can't
know.
hear you very well, Dave. Or is
Oh.
it just me?
Just you, I think. I can hear. I'm all right.
I'm all right, Jack.
That's all right. I can hear you now.
Mm. Mm.
Oh,
Olive
so
oil helps.
Anne's got the doctor's appointment, so they won't
Oh.
be here.
No, she texted me yesterday.
What about Joyce?
I think Joyce might not be here, or if she does, it'll only be fleeting. She's on call, isn't she, for a 90-year-old
All right.
that she aids
Mm.
and looks after.
Mm.
And,
Oh.
next
Mm.
week she's on holiday as well. Say bye, Joyce.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, let's hope
Nice
she's
holiday, Joyce, when you see
Yeah.
this.
hope she's going somewhere nice.
It's guaranteed rain now.
Oh yeah.
If someone says they're going off somewhere, that's like, oh dear.
Yeah. It's supposed to be really hot at the weekend, isn't it?
Yes,
Well,
yeah.
it's going to be hot today and the rest of the week, I think.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, I hope it's okay tomorrow. It's our last charity tabletop in Ringwood tomorrow.
Oh, right.
Oh.
So that'll be our last one. And we've got a couple of school events, and that's it. Finito.
Oh. Will you
Everything
miss
we've got.
it? Will you
Shame,
miss
isn't
it?
Yes, I will. Yeah, yeah, I'll miss it a
Mm.
lot. Yeah.
So why is it
it's,
closing down? Why are you not
Well,
doing it?
it's only me and Debbie and her husband left. We've got no more
Ah.
volunteers, and we're all
Yeah.
getting older.
It's hard
um,
work, isn't it?
Yeah, I
Mm.
mean, Bob's our roadie. He transports us the gazebo and all the kit. And he's in his 70s. And,
Oh wow.
you know,
Yes.
we're all getting a bit older. COVID really knocked it for six.
Yeah.
You know,
Mm.
those 2 years, everybody got out of the habit of carrying cash and just haven't
Yeah.
got the money to spend now. So, you know,
That's
it's,
it.
Yeah.
but
Oh,
hey-ho.
we
Yeah,
had a long run.
I don't carry.
Yeah.
I don't have any cash here at all.
No, well, we raised just over 150,000 in 7 years.
Oh, that's
Gosh.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So we're
that's
very,
nice.
very pleased with what we
Yeah.
did. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
good.
Mm.
You might find something else to do later on.
Yeah, relax.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I've just taken the dog cages out of the back of the car, ready to load it up later to go to Ringwood tomorrow.
Right.
But I've still got so much stuff that we've got to get rid of. You know, I
Right.
mean, some of it's just too good to give away. So I might be putting things on Marketplace. I don't know.
Mm.
Mm.
See how it goes.
Yeah, yeah. End of an era. But hey,
Mm. Nothing
we'll still
lasts forever, does it?
no. And I think if it hadn't been for COVID, we probably would have been okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
We just got out of the swing of it. You know,
That's
you sort of
right.
lose your contacts and people
Yeah,
drop out,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
so many things were cancelled.
Yeah.
You
It
know,
affected a
we
lot
just-
of things, didn't it?
It did.
Yeah.
It did.
Mm.
And I mean, we used to raise quite a lot of money just doing street collections. Of course,
Mm.
people haven't got the cash now,
Oh
No.
no.
so you know, people don't carry it, me included.
Mhm.
So yeah, but never mind.
Mm.
Like yesterday, I was doing a job at the back, and you need to put in frame windows sort of stuff. And I thought, I've got some tubes of this white goo stuff. Now it's all gone solid so long since I
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's rock hard in the tube, sealed.
Mm.
So I went online and I went on to Wix's. Oh, it said click and collect. I thought, that'd be good. I'll pop up the tip and then I'll drop some wood in there and then pop in Wix's on the way because it's like next door. Then I click and collect, said, oh, how do you want to pay? Oh, right. Oh, so I paid about 12 quid. And then it said, when do you want to collect it? And I put 4:20. Then it said, your order is sort of done. Let us know when you're leaving home.
Oh,
So
gosh.
then I'd gone down, sat in the car. Says, oh,
I'm just coming.
it says on my way. I went,
Hey.
on my way.
Mm.
And I got in there.
It
And
was all ready for you.
I just walked up to the counter and said, whatever my number was, 1831 or whatever, something. What's that name? Yeah, blah, blah. Oh, just come over here. Picked it up and walked out.
Mm.
Belle was sat in the car. She goes, that was quick.
Very
Yeah.
organised.
And it works. It's good.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
And the beauty of doing it that way is you don't have that much. You don't have to stand in a bloody queue of coughing, sniveling.
Yeah.
And you don't have to walk all around the store buying things that you don't need.
I know.
That's my usual
Oh,
trick.
that looks good. Yeah, I'll have one of those.
Yeah,
Mm.
well, that's interesting. You get sidetracked.
Yeah.
It's a crap name, isn't it? The pawn shop. You can very rarely you can go in there and spend £1.
Yeah.
That's true.
Be like £25. It'd be interesting to find out what their average sale is.
Yeah.
Mm.
I suppose you.
We had a lovely weekend away. The only problem, the field we were in, it was just literally a farmer's field. And there was a lot of field mice.
Oh,
And they were nesting in the grass, of course.
Oh,
Dogs were
God.
frantic, weren't they?
Oh, right. Right.
So I couldn't walk across the field with Leo. I got about 2 feet and he didn't want to go any further. He was too busy sniffing and snuffling,
Oh.
dragging him round.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, but apart from that, it was absolutely
I took
wonderful.
Frodo
Excuse me.
over Stampit Marsh just now. Because Mel's not feeling good, so I said, well, I'll take him. If I do that, then I'll go over there because it's better if I can run, round the moon. And
Run.
we're coming back.
Energetic.
I don't
Yeah.
call it running, it's more like
Fast walk.
old fogies joggling, like, And
No, you'll do that, then you'll trip up or something.
yeah,
Come on, carry on.
we were walking back along the tarmac actually, but parts of it they don't mow, they leave it sort of meadow because it's got this grass and he's only little, isn't he?
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, this is great fun, and he jumped and it disappeared. And I could see his little face going, what?
What's happening?
It was
Oh.
He loved it, but I'm not too keen on that sort of thing because there's like ticks and that in there, aren't there?
Yeah.
Especially in hot weather.
Yeah.
And there's loads of dogs over there. It's a proper dog toilet, so
Mm.
I'm a bit dubious about that.
You
But
don't know what else they pick up, do you?
I tend not to go over there very often. I don't mind but there is a lane down the side that's dogs on leads, so that's nice. And you can walk right the way up, right in the marshes, round the, this SSI, site of special interest or whatever it is. You can walk all around here, knowing that any dogs have to be on a lead, so you're not going to get a mad Rottweiler or something come flying towards you on the lead. Oh, he's all right. He doesn't mean any harm. No, I know what you mean. Well, I I'm just a weirdo, but I like my own space.
Mm.
Even when I'm with the dog and he's on an extended lead, that's our space.
Yeah.
If you want to encroach it and have a chat, you know, book an appointment or something.
Oh dear.
There was sometimes sometimes like this morning he met another dog just after we got there, and it was a Shih Tzu crossed with a terrier, and the lady, I thought we've got to have a chat with that, Annie. So, and the lady was talking to me, but she was nice enough. But a lot of people, they just stand there for hours, and you think, oh, I don't need to know your shoe size.
Oh dear.
The fact you had a divorce back in 1928 is not my, you know. Oh yeah.
Oh dear.
Well, I suppose I should use the opportunity and sort of. I know Mel said to me last night, she's got one of those air fryers. They're quite expensive, and she said, I'm going to clean it up. And I said, oh, you haven't had it that long. She said, no, she said, it's fine, it's perfect. I'm just going to clean it up. You can sell it, but I want the money.
Oh.
But she's like, getting another one.
Oh, right. I was going to say, does she not like it? But
No, we use it a lot.
upgrading.
This isn't a good one. It's a Ninja, they're quite expensive.
Yeah, I've got one of those.
She was over £100.
I've thought about getting one, but is it really worth it for one? I don't know.
I would have
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it?
Well, I've got a little kitchen, but I haven't got
said it
an
was better for
oven.
one. You couldn't-
Yeah, but I bought a dual one, like and Dawn had one up higher. She's bought another one, but I like the other one because I can roast in it. I did roast chicken last night. It only took so I didn't put a whole chicken in. I'd cut it up into segments.
Yeah, this one.
So I did that. Yeah, but it was better. It was better than the other one I've got. So we've swapped over. She's got mine and I've got hers.
Right.
I don't eat meat, so I wonder would I actually use
Well, you
it?
could do vegetables. Do you have fish?
No.
That's
No. Chips then?
Chips, yeah. It's an expensive machine to cook chips in.
Well, actually, yeah, but it's healthy, isn't it? The chips are really nice. They're not greasy or anything.
Mm.
Crispy on the outside. I don't care. All I was going to say was I should have said walk all over when I'm out with the dog. Now I've got to say, hey, don't need an air fryer, do you? Or try and flog it on the marsh, wasn't it? Put a little board on or something. For sale.
Yeah, for sale. Yeah.
Put it in the boot of the car. Gosh, what are we like?
Doing deals on the marshes, I don't know.
No.
You get arrested for that.
Walker's license, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just say I've got one. I can't remember where it is now. Hang on. Have a look at this. Oh, flipping it. Close that. Dot cotton last week, wasn't it?
Oh God. Yeah. Oh.
It went all right. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's good.
It's a portrait, not a photograph.
Yeah. I put too much paint on again. It's hard. I can't do it like you. I've got to find my own way of doing it. I don't know how, but
We just got to keep doing it.
I bought some silver paint. Did you notice it in her hair? It's a bit metallic.
Ah.
I ordered some peach and I thought, oh, there was silver there because I thought, oh, well, I've got to pay for postage. I might as well have a couple of things.
They're down the bottom on the list, aren't they?
Yeah, the peach. Yeah. So I thought, oh, well, I didn't know whether to get the gold because didn't you have the gold?
I think I have. I have used it. I've got some gold somewhere.
So I thought, oh, I'll have the silver. It looks like grey hair, sort of.
Yeah.
I'm using these Shinsan Japanese paints now.
Oh, right. Can't really see.
There's
Something else to buy.
Where's
don't-
that from then?
Yeah.
Get them in Jackson's.
All right.
I don't advertise fat. I really ought to keep your mouth shut, really, because
Mm,
they don't get that many of them. They come from Japan, don't they? So
right.
I tend to go on, order it. Well, actually, I've got quite a lot now. So, but yeah, it takes about a year to build up a good collection of them.
Mm.
I was using the white for ages, but they're quite nice. I don't know. They're not cheap though.
Still hard to get the eyes right, though, isn't it? I
Oh,
really
her
struggle
eyes
with
were
them.
so dark, weren't they? And so much.
Yeah, they were.
I did put some eyelashes on her, but you can't really see them.
Yeah, I can
I
see
can
them.
see
Yeah,
them, yeah.
yeah,
Oh, can you?
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
and now
Oh, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh gosh, she looks awful there because I put all my white pastel on her.
well,
I couldn't get the paint off. Oh dear. Never mind. I will learn one day. I think, right, I'm going to do it right today. I do the
Mm.
drawing, not too bad. As soon as the paint goes on, it all goes haywire. I don't
there's
know.
people.
You'll
There's
be all
people
right
out
this
there
week,
that.
Al.
Yeah, well, I hope so. Hope
Oh,
so.
yeah. Oh,
People out there that
Mm.
see that and they think, "Oh, I wish I could paint portraits like that." Mine are always too precise, too dada, too
Mm.
photograph. And you'll be the same. You look at that, if you
Look at
get
somebody
to-
else's. Yeah.
you think, "Oh, that's good.
Mm.
Wish I could do mine like that." But they are like it. You just don't notice it. I don't.
All right.
I think Dot's enjoying that fag there.
Yeah, I had a job with the cigarette. I thought, oh, shall I not put it in? Because I'd covered it over with other paints by mistake.
Mm.
Everybody sees it different and does it.
Yeah,
different,
that's
doesn't it?
right.
Which makes it so brilliant.
Mm.
Was,
Make a nice
that was done really, really quickly because I had to do it on Tuesday because I was busy.
Doing
Now,
what? Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to
Sometimes
do
that's the
it.
best way, Chris.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah. No, I was
Yeah.
all right with it. The eyes were terrible though because they were so dark.
No, it was hard to do, wasn't it?
The
Yeah.
eyes were very hard. Yeah,
Wait till
yeah, a bit of fun.
you get on board with Ralphie.
Mm.
That was Joyce. wasn't it?
Joyce.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
sort of startled look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, very. She looks posh there.
Yeah.
Well, she was quite posh, wasn't she, when she's
Yeah, she
Yeah.
was in real life, I think.
yeah. A lot of these actresses are. Do you remember
Yeah.
Mavis in Coronation Street?
Oh,
When she
yes.
spoke,
Oh,
she was
yeah.
really posh,
That's
wasn't
right.
she?
Raggy dark,
Yeah.
wasn't she?
Mm.
That's
That
good.
must be Pauline, is it?
It is.
Yeah.
Her
That's
hair's
all.
a bit dark. It looks like
Yeah.
she's got a cap on. And I think her face, I should have
It
done
was-
it a bit thinner.
Do you think it was a wig or?
It looks like a wig on there, doesn't it?
I mean the real thing. I
Oh,
don't.
right. No, I think it was her own hair.
Yeah, but she used to wear it flat, didn't she?
Yeah.
More-
Yeah, yeah.
Not easy to
She
tell.
could have.
Right.
She could have had a wig on, couldn't she?
It's really difficult to tell, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mm.
They
She
did.
has there anyway.
Mm.
Yeah, well, no,
Mm.
you shouldn't say things like that because as soon as someone says it, you start looking at it.
See it, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
I can say,
good.
well, my one, I didn't do any more after Tuesday. I've had it on the side there, looking at it, thinking, shall I? What I just couldn't make up my mind what to flipping do with it.
Well, I see. I look at it and I think, well, what do I do now? Once you, yeah, it's hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sometimes, the following day or a day later, when everything sort of settles down and dries, it looks
Mm.
X, Y, Z. You think, oh, I just need to. You see some of it, but on that one, I sort of thought, oh, no, I can't. I lost my mojo on it,
Yeah.
but it looks nice to me.
I think sometimes when it goes wrong, you think, oh, I can't be bothered with this anymore. As you say, you lose your interest, don't
Yeah,
you?
you do. Yeah.
There is, it's just, you think, oh, am I, what it is a lot of the time for me anyway, is if I do it, am I going to improve it? Is it going to look,
Mm.
you know,
Mm.
or am I going to dig a hole for myself?
Yeah.
Mm.
How many times have I done that? You know, you think, oh, I'll just
Mm.
change this or just add that, and you think, oh, I've ruined the blooming picture now.
Yeah.
I found a load of pictures on my phone. I was doing something last night, and you know, for some odd reason, went back ages ago to pictures, and I thought, oh, that looks nice. I should sell it. And then I suddenly realised, can't. I've washed it off and tried it again, and it's no longer with us. So
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
this little Ralphie,
Oh,
My little boy.
that's the that's the one, the image that I sketched, even though it came
yeah.
from the bigger one.
I've not done one in a watercolor. I don't think they've all been done in acrylic
The actual
or
picture.
pastels.
That
don't know what it
picture
is.
was taken a couple of weeks ago. The sideways on
Oh.
one was when he was a puppy. Look at his lovely teeth.
Mm.
Yeah,
you're gonna mess
he was
with
only
him.
about a year old there.
I don't think I'll be doing that one.
No.
I think
Oh, bless him.
I'm in two minds how to approach it today, and I'm gonna do it. You'll see.
I've tried painting him before, and I'm just not good at painting animals, I don't think. So another challenge again.
Yeah, I mean, someone's on about Doc Cotton's eyes, and I'm
Yeah,
thinking,
those are
well,
dark,
you ain't
aren't
seen
they?
nothing yet.
Yeah.
You see, I
Yeah,
find
they are.
those easier, the dog's eyes, because I do find those easier than human eyes. Well,
They
I have
don't have
done.
all, they don't have all bags and eyebrows and eyelashes.
No,
No,
no.
true.
No, well,
Highlight.
your dog pictures that you did when we were meeting up in class, they were
Yeah.
lovely, Carol. You really got on well with doing dogs.
Yeah,
So
because
you
I
should
don't.
submit it.
Yeah, can you? I might have a go at painting. I might have a go at. I've got the oil pastels, so Nathan's got some terps and things, so I can. But I don't know if I can do it on a canvas. Don't know whether they'll work on a canvas.
I'm not sure either.
Don't know.
And then I don't know whether they'll work on watercolor paper as well.
There's something that people have given me or I've acquired, and I've looked at them and I thought, oh no, I don't think that.
Oh, I quite like using that. Well, I don't know why.
They're a bit like wax. I just figure you treat it like a wax crayon.
Yeah, but don't you? I did one, and then we put the terps on, and then it all it went better, didn't
That
it?
sounds like fun, no?
Oh, I've got a phone call. Hang on, I better take that. Excuse me. Oh, no, I won't. It's distracted upon Avon. I don't know who that is. Take that off. Yeah.
I had
It's
a
not.
phone the other day and I answered it from a strange call, and it was a lady wanted to paint oils or something. And I thought, you still doing that? And I'm not doing oils, no.
No.
Yeah, I haven't been in touch with the church for ages. So no one loves me.
Oh. It's always quiet when we go there to do our Tai Chi, except for the bit at the front.
Always
Oh,
too
right.
busy now. I don't understand it. I'm always doing something, man. And once you start blooming gardening, well, that's it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Excuse me, doorbell now.
Let me change my speaker, and I'm going to go for this and see what happens. Could be an early lunch. Afraid. I'll throw me, talk me. If you hear a clash, it'd probably be me brushes going out the front window. No, shouldn't be that bad. Right. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah.
Good. I've got my microphone attached to my bra strap. Clipped on. I spent ages in front of the computer sketching it, and I did what I did before. Tried to find some of the darker areas and sort of shaded them, but I'm not sure if that was the right thing to do or not, really. Sometimes just the outline's enough.
There's actually a lot of darks in him, isn't there?
Yeah. What I was doing yesterday, no, I think it was Sunday actually. I lost a day. Was let's get a brush. For all you watercolor people or water-based media, I think it'd be the same in acrylic, to be quite honest. Which way around does this go? That way. Ralphie, you can go over there, so I keep an eye on you. Poor dog.
Seems funny looking at you.
He doesn't deserve this. The colours, I was in my looking in the watercolor thing as I've got Bluebell Blue, which was Joyce will know. That's Terry Harrison blue, and I thought, crikey, I haven't used it for ages, if ever. I think I used it once and went, so I haven't used it again. But I noticed if I was practicing some
Maybe it's
nosy
just having to
bits,
talk to you now.
or eye. And I think the key to the day is going to be one of the keys.
Excuse me, see if I can shut you up.
Just drop in blue, burnt umber, and blue. I've got burnt umber in my palette. That gives us these lovely darks. Don't forget that mixing burnt umber with the blue gives us a nice dark. So what I was trying to get was some really nice dark spots and let it flow. So that's my thought process for today, really. That'll probably go out the window in a minute. One of the things I was thinking, see what I mean about get the nice dark bit, but equally there's one here I've done that's got the blue and then dropped in the bits on top, which I'm going to try and do for one of his eyes. I'm not sure this is the right brush.
Here we are. Got the live model now.
Holds so much
Tell him
pain.
to sit still.
Yeah.
Who was it, Chris?
Nobody. It was Ralph wanted to come upstairs. He can't climb the stairs very well on his own now. So I went and brought him up.
He knows we're going to paint him. That's why he wanted to come up.
He
Anyway,
did.
I think what I'm going to do today is I'm going to just have a start with the eye. So it's just clean water for a minute, just damp it off. So I don't think, what I did on there I like, which is unusual, which was, as I said, was the Bluebell Blue, but which is, I don't know what you call Bluebell Blue. I'm just going. But then again, if you look at the eyes from a different perspective on another photo, the base color would be raw sienna. There's a sort of a yellowy glow as well. Burnt umber and the same blue. Come on, just get some water. I think your paint's dried up a bit. That gives us the really dark. And just drop it in. Just need burnt umber as well, will work. Hopefully it will fade back nice. Nice for me.
Lost you.
Go. Now, the problem.
Anybody else lost him?
Yep, he's gone.
Right.
The problem with
He obviously can't
Dave, we
hear us.
just, you've gone, Dave.
I see. Thanks for letting me know.
Hello again.
Oh, have you finished?
That was quick.
Yeah. You did say an early lunch, but I didn't think it was going to be this early.
No, that's a bit silly.
Technical issue.
Yeah, technical doodah.
Oh, excuse me.
That's better, isn't it?
Hello.
Yeah.
There he is again.
Yeah, that's it. Sometimes I think if I nudge it. I think sometimes I might nudge the camera with my head or something. Sort of gets it upset.
He won a rosette. He won a rosette last week. I think I told you, didn't I?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, at the
Yeah.
camp.
Yeah.
Oh, and also, Chris, I've been meaning to say, I forgot to say last week, congratulations, because you're going to be a granny or a nana.
Yes, yes. I'm going over to see her after lunch.
Lovely, isn't it?
She had a second scan today.
Oh, right.
She had a scan about 3 weeks ago, and everything was all right. But
Right.
the baby wouldn't turn the right way, so they couldn't measure it.
Oh, right.
Right.
Having another
I'm
one
back.
this morning.
Right.
Oh,
So-
I'm back.
Hello,
Exciting
Carol.
for you.
Welcome
That
back.
was the nurse came, gave Peter his COVID jab.
Oh, right.
He's only just had his 4th one.
Yeah.
Right. Just to
Oh.
recap,
Yeah,
all I've done is I've just done 2 eyes,
yeah.
which I did with water,
Yeah.
clean water, a drop of blue,
Mm.
the
Oh,
cobalt
pardon
blue
me.
would be okay, and then dropped in some burnt umber and blue mixed up, give me a dark, and that
Mm.
gives you that sort of doodah, what's it, but it's
Wow.
handy for later doing it that way, because what you've done is you've layered, you've put what 2-3 colors on, and when it's dry later, you
Mm.
find I just did it then secretly when no one was looking. Well, no, I don't know how I did that because everyone was, but what I did, I dabbed my, I always got a bit of tissue in my hand.
Mm.
I dabbed my brush in clean water and just went like that on the eye and lifted a bit of the paint off just up there, which gives it a little bit of
Yeah.
I could do
Misty
it on,
look.
Shadow.
Right, let me get my book. I have to keep writing this
But
down.
later-
I forget. what you
but
tell
later
me.
on you can watch it on the video anyway. But later on when it dries, it looks a bit
Yeah.
not how you want it, you can easily either drop a little bit more back on like that, or just clean water and spread
Mm.
what's there. I'm just trying to give it some sort of depth, really. Otherwise,
Yeah.
it's going to look a bit scary.
That was burnt amber, wasn't it, you used?
Yeah. My next plan is to play with the ear. Now, you could, if I start with this one, I think, clean water. I haven't got any clean water. Well, you know what I mean.
Mhm.
I'm just going to wet both ears. It's only a lot of it is because of this paper. I keep whinging about it, but it is a pain in the neck. Well, it's like biscuit
Oh.
dry might be a good term.
I
It's
do
weird.
that and it dries in no time, mine. Don't know
It's
why.
weird. This is fascinating stuff. What I'm doing is making the bits that are really dark. So I'm going to start, I'm concentrating on the darks at the moment. So I'm going to try and build that up and just make it damp first. But I was going to say, one of the things I noticed about this paper, well, I noticed it changes every flipping time I paint with it. But last week it stayed damp for much longer than I anticipated. I've got a choice here. I'm going to start on that ear over there. Now, I'm going to use a bit of that flesh tone. Put that up. No, I can't really put. It's the trouble with this sort of. I'll put it that right there for a minute. I've got a flesh tone in there, so I'm just going to gently drop some of that on. Oops, if I can actually get some. I topped them up possibly Sunday. Of course, they've gone. The paints have gone a bit firm again now. I'm going to put a little. I think the three colours that we've been burnt sienna across the top of the ear. Will that blend in? Well, if nothing else, today will be a good exercise in. This brush is so bit more burnt sienna. Let the water do some of the work. The thing about dogs, if you look at them, they've got that like an undertone, but an under fur. It'll be a neat soft color underneath, but then the dark and the shadow comes on top. So this is the burnt umber, more or less neat. There's so much water, this brush. Get in. Where's my, oh, there's the sponge. Just soak up, lift off the water. It's not me, it's the paper.
Oh, yeah, it's wet, isn't it? Gosh.
I want to soak it up. I don't want to use the. I'm finished yet. I've got more paint to go on. Bit of blue.
Oh gosh.
Well, at the end, what I've done is I've done it in sort of stages. The lighter colours at the top, then the darker ones underneath. Now the really dark ones going on
On top
the
again.
bottom. Yeah, on the bottom part. But we should be able to set the scene. I think not so keen on the fleshy. I know why I was doing it. I wanted to create give it a nice, warm, a softer colour underneath. The water's still active, so I'm just going to drop some more in. What I'm going to try in a sec. Water's free. That's about the only thing in this this type of painting that is, well, relatively. So if you can get the water to do some of the work, it's got to be a good thing, isn't it?
Mm.
Let me see if I can. A lot depend. You might find that you need to add a little bit of red or Algerian crimson to the burnt sienna. Depends on the grade of your burnt sienna, I think. Some burnt siennas are warmer or redder than others. And just drop a bit more reddy colour on there. Leave that. Don't touch it anymore. Now I've got that. Watch this brush. Now I've got that colour, which was burnt sienna. Let's move that over. There you go. Burnt sienna and a little bit of Algerian crimson. Now we're going to see how dry this paint really is. Paper is rather. See, the other one was soaking wet. This one's dried back ever so quick. You might find, if I have more time, that a little bit of raw sienna in that mix might help along that very fine edge. Have I got any? Yeah, or even a little bit of yellow on the brush. Just drop it in. That'll give it a little bit of an edge. A bit of water. Seeing as it's gone the opposite to what I wanted. Well, which is what I keep saying, you know, that I think I can't judge how long the paper, or I'm finding it difficult to judge how long the paper stays damp before sticking, you know, more paint on. Burnt umber. This is the key section really, isn't it, today? I'm going to stick with the ear for a minute, stick with this area. What did I see how damp it is there? I did shade it, so I know that there's, come on Ralphie, get in there. So I'm trying to do the same method on this ear that I did on the other one, because it seems to be the right thing to do. One of the things I was umming and ahhing about, which I was partly saying earlier, was to do the opposite to what I'm doing here, bit of that blue, and paint all the white bits on Ralph first. So paint everything white that's white with some white. So I've got an underpainting of white that I can then smooth these darker bits into, blend them in. But I haven't done it, so naughty. This is a combination of burnt umber and blue. Having a play. Try and leave that bit a little bit down. But you can see where it's dried, I'm not getting the nice soft blend that I got over the other side. So that's a key point to watch out for. But as I said, it depends on your paper. And you can't really describe it. It's something that happens as you paint. Your choice of paper. I'm just gonna, this is just clean water, so I'm just gonna stick on the front edge, see if I can get it to blend a little bit. Seems very good. Never mind. Upwards and onwards. I think this is all dark here. So that lovely clean water that I've got.
Mhm.
Oh. As I say, with my pencil line, that's what I was doing. I was just, that's all you can do, really. Well, in my mind's eye, it's just a question of when you're sketching, look for the, you know, the defining lines between the dark and the white. And just think of it as sections. At the moment, we're on the dark sections. Even though I'm putting in some, I'm sticking with that theme though, dropping in some burnt sienna, ready mixed, and crimson. You can add a bit more crimson and make it redder for variation, and then drop in some for some things. These brushes are brilliant because they've got that nice point to them, and then drop in the dark afterwards. Burnt umber, all the way from Japan. This burnt umber.
Oh,
This is the Shinzan one. A lot more. Down here, exactly the same thing that I did on the ear, really. Oh, this is what I'm planning on. Add some blue. And see if we can get that to come out of the brush. Looking a bit soft down here. I'm just using the nib of the brush, try and feather it in amongst the water. Come on, Ralph, we know you're in there. Right. Postman. Oh, and off he'll go.
Only if Leo barks, because he's deaf. He can't hear.
Ah,
how old is Ralph? See?
14 and a half.
14.
Oh gosh,
Mm-hmm.
he's doing well.
Yeah. Leo's 12.
Oh. Did you have him from a puppy?
Yes, he was 9 months old when I got him.
Mm.
Ralphie was.
Has he been good?
Oh,
Because
he's
Jack
been
Russell's can be a bit
Yeah.
hard
Well,
work.
he's- Ralph's crossed with a border terrier.
All right, okay.
Leo's a pure Jack, but Ralph's cross.
More blue. I'm just adding blue into the mix. If you want to get it, can add some crimson as well. I think that makes it go even darker. And the other trick is the green. Doesn't sound like it works, but it does.
Mm.
If you want to get really dark. Later on, we'll scratch some whiskers out or something, and that'll.
Gosh.
As I say, to do this in one hit, it's going to take a bit of doing. Not too bad, mate. It's all right. Acrylics dry really quick this time of year as well, don't they?
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Right, that's that bit. Same all over, really. I've shaded that bit there because it's got a dark section there. Got to be careful here because I don't want that spreading. Just going to drop in a little bit of my burnt sienna and red mixture. Oops, see that then? The hand flicked, got a twitch. It's an age thing, I suppose, isn't it? Wrong colour, but such is life. Take some off. Yeah. Blend it. Come on. Shape of this nose. Oh, I know what we haven't done. Clean water. Go right down. Yeah, go on. Doesn't matter. It's all right. I'm thinking, where is nose, the dark bit at the end? Shall I go right down on it? This is good fun, this. Get your colours sort of blended. I think that's, well, it is the key thing with this picture, I think, is just getting the colours to blend. Just playing with burnt sienna at the moment. What I'm going to do is make this bit damp over here. But I've got the water that I'm using is sort of tainted with these toners anyway. So I don't need much of it. To drop it in. See if I can pick out some. This is hard.
Yeah.
Don't
So I've tried it several times. I've never really been happy. So I should be interested to see how everybody gets on.
Yeah.
Mm.
Our Joyce is sorted out.
Mm.
Yeah. No, I think Carol's going to crack this one.
Oh, I don't know. Don't put pressure on me.
No, it's not pressure. It's just that I remember all those months ago at the church, we used to be
yeah.
twin dogs, and they were really good.
I don't think I did them in watercolor. Well, I might have done a few. I don't know. I can't remember now.
No, it was a long time ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, gosh.
A couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Still, I think if we'd still been going to the church, we wouldn't have had all this experience, would we?
No.
No.
I haven't heard from them at all for
No.
ages.
Mm.
I'm
I
not
quite-
fussed.
Yeah, I quite like this, really. It's better for me at the moment.
I don't know how I ever fitted in the other.
Well,
be
no,
quite
'cause it's a
honest.
long way for you to go to
Yeah.
start with. Isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't think Melanie will let me go back now anyway because of the with the fuel price and things.
Oh,
Right,
yeah.
And the
That's
fan
another
brush at the
thing, isn't
moment.
it? Yeah.
I'm just trying to flick some these edges in, just to say that they're there. Bum, bum. Just waiting for this bit to sort itself out. Put a few flicks in here and there. It's also a bit like any portrait, though, isn't it? You there are stages where you think, well, what the heck's this I'm doing? And then something catches something. You see something and you think, oh, that looks like a whatever it is. And from then on, the picture is totally had it. It doesn't matter how you look, it will always look the opposite to what you think. You'll always see that thing. Chrissy does it all the time. I can see a boat sailing up the river in there, and that's it. You've had it. You're gone. Back up and go home.
You can't unsee it, can you, once you've
No.
seen it?
Absolutely not. Now I need some more damp. I don't need damp water clean water anymore. I'm just using damp water.
Oh, dear.
I'm hoping I've gone off. Yeah, we've gone off clean water. We're just using that damp stuff now.
Yeah. Puts a bit of colour on it, doesn't it?
Yeah. There is a
Noses are quite hard to do, aren't they?
Oh, they're awful.
noses.
Mm.
They're
Well.
dog's stamps.
Yeah.
Got all colours in those, don't you?
Yeah. All I'm using is 3 colours.
Right.
Burnt sienna, well, mostly burnt sienna, that blue, which was bluebell blue,
Oh. That's
and
I think I've got that.
Terry Harrison, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think I bought that.
And just dropping them in.
Right, I'll get that out.
Well, it seems to, well, I did it on those test sheets and it seemed to work quite nicely.
Mm.
And mixing it with burnt umber gave quite a nice,
Sort of a bit violety, isn't it? Mm.
yeah, but it gave a nice sort of dark thing. Only trouble I've got here, yeah, I've lost the nostrils, which I knew I would. Oh.
Oh. Oh dear. Gone, gone, gone.
Well, it'll fade back.
Oh.
It'll fade back and then I can pick them out. Or,
Right.
because there's one there and one there. But what I want is for this to fade back, and then I can put a big dollop of the dark back on to make it come back up. Rough.
Mm.
Rough.
Easier said than done.
Well, I haven't used a small brush yet, so
Yeah.
it's on the cards. More raw sienna. I think I might add a little, talking of raw sienna, I'll add a little bit of raw sienna to the burnt sienna and see if I get an in-between sienna.
Oh dear.
Add a little bit of yellow to it as well if you want. If you've got cadmium yellow, it'll work. Brighten it up a tad, only a smidge. I've just done it on there with lemon yellow. It's his foot.
little, he lays with his feet, sort of lays flat on his stomach with both his
Yeah.
legs sticking out.
Mm.
A lot
Oh,
of dogs
gosh.
do that.
Yeah.
Frodo does that.
Are you doing the front legs as well? I can't see what
No.
you draw. No.
No, I've
well,
just done a
that's good
cropped,
then.
a cropped view.
Yeah,
I decided,
that'd be easier, won't it?
well, it wasn't well, I suppose, but it wasn't that one the reason. I keep putting those things on the ticket program. And looking at that view, I said, I like that view, the way it crops it down, and that. I kind of, every picture I've done lately, I thought, I like it like that. So I've been using it. Come on, Ralph. Where are you? Ralph?
He's under the table, laying on my foot.
George would enjoy this, wouldn't he?
Yes. Oh yeah, I can hear him scratching away every individual
Oh.
little hair.
Doesn't seem possible, does it really?
No.
George used to spend a lot of time on each
Mm.
one there, didn't he? You know?
Yeah.
Hours, days.
Whereas we're doing them sort of really fast. I think the yeah, you'll need, well, I'm getting through a lot of those three colours, the burnt umber and the blue particularly,
Mhm.
because I'm blending that, trying to get it to blend in really nicely. But it's one of those things that, you know, you've got to, when it dries, it's going to look totally, well, not totally, but it's going to appear much nicer. Far away, what'll I do when you are far away? Just clean water, have a doodle. So I need more. The more it depends how you, on your eyesight, I think. But the more I look at it, the more of a reddy yellow tint.
Mm.
So maybe bear that in mind when you have a go. I have to watch that because it might look a little bit of a funny angle. I saw that thing you shared on Facebook, Chrissy, with Kharkov, that artist.
Oh yes, yeah.
Well, that threw me because I thought, flipping it, that is good. Anyone, you must spend months painting that picture, and it's a photograph of him. His paintings ain't nothing like that.
Oh,
That was a
really?
photo of the artist. If you look at his pictures, they're more, you know, I was going to say reachable. We could do them.
What, the actual picture of him?
That wasn't a photo. That was a photo.
That was a photo. Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
no,
that
was-
threw me. That I thought, flipping
Oh,
it,
I
that's a good
see.
painting.
Yeah. Yeah.
His paintings are fairly, yeah, they're right. Contemporary. They were more like, I like them.
Yeah, they're yeah, I like those.
When I saw that photo, that picture of him, I thought, well, that's That's way out of my league.
Mm.
I'll never be. And then I suddenly looked at his paintings. I thought, oh, that's a photo of him. Well, it sometimes, you know, if people are doing that sort of photorealism stuff, it's not easy to what's it, you know, to tell. You look at it, you've got to double take, because some people spend, you know, ages. You mentioned George, you know, he'd spend ages just doing what I'm doing now, putting a little bit of paint on, dipping his brush in the water and letting the water, oh gosh, too much, drip it down. Yeah, that sort of thing. Ba, ba, ba. Not sure whether I should do flick it. Yeah, that's what we're going to find now. Is every hair on Ralphie's body makes an expression and a character. That's interesting. Things that that's exactly what we did when you're painting portraits all the time, isn't it?
Mm.
You put one little flick of a brush and all of a sudden everything's changed. You know, that an expression that you wanted to get, suddenly it's not there anymore. Let's try and add a bit of, oh, careful, a bit more warmth on here. Really, we're setting the scene for a marathon doodle session. So I'm going to just use a brush, a bit of tissue, and just lift that off a bit. As much as this paper will allow it. Just want it to be a bit warmer, that's all. Bit of yellow, lemon yellow, and a little bit of, oops, a lot. Now I've just mixed up burnt sienna, which is kind of what I was trying to avoid. You look, yeah, I've just mixed up my own version of raw sienna. Just thought that was a bit. Just didn't like that colour. I'm doomed, didn't I? Mark on, Tommy. Small brush. Where are you? Right. Dried off enough now, do you think? About to find out. Bit of clean water. Decisions. Do we do both at the same time or just one after the other? I'm going in. Burnt umber. That burnt umber? Yeah. Tell you what, just to go against the grain, I'm gonna set the scene with a little bit of flesh tone. It's a bit milky, a milkier colour. So if stuff doesn't feel right, it'll be a sort of underpainting, that undercolour that we can console ourselves with, that we almost did it right. When we wash it all off and start again. Right. I'm conscious that I'm left-handed, so I'm trying to work from the right to left. I'll add some blue to that in a minute. Try and darken it. Maybe not. Don't want to add too much of the same blue because I don't want the blue. I like the darkness, but I don't want the blue to sort of detract from the blue that I've put in the centre of the eye. That's my thought. Just a small brush. Debatable, isn't it, whether to go up there or not, really. Maybe just a little pointy bit there. When in doubt, walk away. Move away and come back. The old story, you're at the back in the conservatory painting away, and you think, oh, I don't know. You get that sort of nervous anxiety. Walk away and put the kettle on, hoping that the god of painters comes down and finishes it off for you while you're making a brew. I need a colour that I haven't got in this palette, and I'm finding it's not going to mix, that I can't make. And it's just a sort of a, maybe your metallic gold would do it. Just make it, just warm it up a bit. Didn't really want that bit there.
Face is quite, it's not very white, is it? It's quite a lot more like fleshy colour.
Yep, I haven't finished that one. That was what I haven't, that's what I was saying just now, that
Yeah.
the opposite way I was thinking of doing it was to paint the background, all the white bits first. So, but at some point I had to make a choice based on previous having a go, but
Mm.
on some portraits where I've done it that way and sort of got into a bit of a pickle, and I thought, I'll try this first
Yeah,
because
it's difficult
this
for me,
this
because this is
way,
watercolor and I work the opposite way.
yeah,
Mm.
exactly. Well, this way, I'm thinking to myself, in a minute, well, in a little while, when I get bored for faffing around here, I can introduce some white and blend it in, and where any of this is too strong or too, just needs a little bit of subtle, like here where I'm playing now, I can just use a bit of white to tidy it up and blend it where the fur is. But I'm not far off. To be quite frank with you, I'm not saying I'm cock a hoot, but I'm really chuffed because I've done. It's a lot better than I anticipated it being, and that's the truth.
His ears are lovely.
I was thinking, you know, it's a bit more pressure because you're doing it. It's Chrissy's dog, and she's my mate. You know, and I think,
Yeah, I think this is why I've struggled so much with it. It's like when you try and paint your own children or anything, you know exactly what they look like, and if you don't get it right, you're never going to be happy.
no, you're right.
So yeah, I think that's why I've always struggled painting them.
The one of the things I'm going to try and do, burnt umber, blue, is just looking at my. I can't even see it. It's so. I definitely can't see my my sketch. So I'm just going to do it anyway. I'll have to have it. I might have to at some point go on the computer and zoom in and have a look at where the nose nostril bits are. I can't. It's so dark on the photo. I can't even tell on there. Whereas on the computer, I was zooming. You can zoom in and see where it is, and just put a few highlights on it as well. So there's a highlight here that we can lift off. It's better to have a little bit of blue behind it, but the that's something for later that I'm going to have to have a real. I've got a pool of paint here where his mouth is. It's frightened to go near it, really. Because as soon as I do it, you know what's going to happen. It'll go splodge all over the flipping painting. You'll get a big line. I don't think it's a. Right. To say, I've got a pot of dirty water here with most of the colour that I need, or the to where I use the fan brush it's gone a bit too much. Doesn't need it. It's a question of soften. See, that was the beauty. If you do it the other way around and put a coat of white on first, let's move it up a bit. When you get to a stage where it all dries back, then you can use a nice stiffish brush and damp and just blend all these subtle pieces in, like there. Blend it away. Because it's, well, I was going to say it's not a commissioned piece of artwork. I'll do it on here in a minute. I'll put white on it anyway. I like it. I like experimenting. I can lift a bit of paint off there. Yeah, damp it is. To say, it's a big puddle of goo. It's not too bad. Some dark bits there. And back to the some fluffy. And more darks up here. Right, the nose goes up, doesn't it? And flares out into some little subtle hairs up here. Well, it's a question of sort of waiting until the water or the paint gets to a certain dry stage, and then you can sort of push it around and make it, rather than get a hard line, you should get a nice soft bit. Equally with the lighter colour, you can push it around. Maybe too much there. But if that has, with the white on it, it'll do it even better. I'll do it now. I'll put some on and see what sort of effect it makes. See if we can get a creamier colour. Find it. Quite a bit of what introduced me to these Shinzan Pass. Shinzan, can't even read. It's got a bit of paint on it. Shinzan Pass, Pass, colour. With the white, we were doing portraits. Seems to be a bit solid. There we go. Remember we were using, I was introducing the white with this little flat brush within the painting. And it was, where it comes into its own is a few days' time, because just looking for the white areas of the face, because it'll blend in with the other paint. That was the bit I didn't like, was just there. And it goes out here a little bit more. Try and find some. Well, I'll tell you what, I prefer Ralphy to dot cotton.
So do I.
Yeah.
No, to work on them as well.
I
Yeah,
know. Yeah.
I'm enjoying them.
Lovely.
It's not taken as long as I thought it would. I know what's going on. We're having an early lunch, but I haven't put a background in. I don't know. I'm not really that worried about it because I have to wait until the blooming picture's bone dry and then have a go. Because I like to make it nice and wet. But doing it, dabbing these bits of white later on gives us watercolorists. We have an edge over people that use acrylics in that respect. In the tomorrow or a few days' time, we can reactivate the paint. And introducing this little bit of white on it really does help because you can reactivate it quite subtly. I think I will splodge that. It's nice to have a fine line, a white line, and the same on the mouth. If you can, on the lips. If you put even if it's not on the photo, if you just get your rigger when it's dry and put a little bit of clean water on it and then lift it off of tissue, you'll get a sparkle that wasn't there. You know, it really does make a difference. I can do it on the nose. There's a bit there. So if I just damp it and it changes the
Yeah.
completely.
Makes it more 3D, doesn't it?
Yeah, you get more. That's why adding the white works so well, because in time, you know, in a few days' time, you can just spend that extra. You don't have to work that hard at it either. It's just a matter of being really gentle and subtle and just sort of softly push it. You can't really describe it. So you end up being able to push the paint around. It's such a softly, not in a hard way, you know. So like you can add just a smidgen of color and then days later just sort of go with a damp brush like that and you get a nice sort of soft brown, and then you start looking at it and thinking, yeah, I can see these are his cheeks here. So if I go like that with the brush, you know, away from his nose, then you'll get that. I can do it with a bit of color, put just a bit of hint of color on it, and then using as that would be dry. If you do, and you can just sort of softly, just hardly touching the paper with a brush, move it, and it'll swish it around. That's what I've been trying to do a lot. Works quite well. That bit up there needs.
The top half of his face is quite fleshy colour, the fur. It's only really his sort of cheeks, just by his nose that is white.
Yeah.
The rest of it is quite peachy colour. I'm just looking.
It's trouble working from a photo.
Yeah, well, yeah, I've got it on my camera and I'm just looking at the photo.
Yeah.
His face hasn't really got a lot of white in it.
That's what that's why, yeah, you can almost use flesh, the flesh
Mm.
tone.
Yeah, the flesh is quite a good
Well, so
colour.
this is but on top of the white, it works really well
Mm.
because the flesh tone that we're using isn't what you call a true watercolor.
No.
It's more of a gouache feel, Chrissy,
Mm.
and it doesn't. When you touch it, it feels chalky, which is what you get with gouache, isn't it? It dries and it's still chalky, and you can still play around with it. Wow, it's a cheeky little thing.
He is a cheeky
Mhm.
little-
And is that bit there? I'm not too keen on that. Now I'm starting to sound like I'm scratching like George.
Yeah, yeah. Mm.
So I haven't put any background on yet. I think what I thought was a good move the other day, when in doubt, use, like we're doing on portraits anyway, was use a neutral color, which in my case, this is brave. I'm getting really close to the to the outside, and then I might use the other brush actually. The other. No, I won't. Go in for a penny and for a fiver. This neutral tone is that cobalt turquoise. And you can, beauty of using that, in my opinion, is that it's a neutral base color that you can add other colors to as and when you want. Not too many though. Just to say we've got a little bit of background. There you go, Ralph.
Mhm.
Like, you can add your Algerian crimson if you want to warm it up, which I'll do for a minute. But on top the blue, it goes that neutral tinty colour. Supposed to. Not a lot of blue there, that's why. We can. Not too much wet. You can try and tease him out a little bit. And then, yeah, after all that, I was doing so well.
Clicked it.
Yeah.
I was doing so well, wasn't I?
Mm.
There you go. Come on, Ralph. Got a doodah on his ear now. That'd be fine.
He won't mind.
Let's try off.
It's lovely.
Mm.
Well, it's a start.
Yeah.
And as I say, I think is a big ask really to doing real justice in just a short time.
Mm.
But I'm quite pleased with that.
Mm,
I
That
think
little highlight on
It's
his
good.
nose makes so much
Yeah.
difference.
I know, it's amazing, isn't it?
I think, as I say, that's too damp there now.
Oh,
So
you've done it again.
that's
Oh,
all right. It'll dry off. It'll dry. When it dries, I can lift it off. Well, it's good that things go wrong. Because it's not just our group watching the videos. There's a lot of people are watching them now. Well, more than our group. Sometimes there's like 20 odd people or something. You think, who are these people? You can't find out who they are.
The only thing I'd say, Dave, is his ear looks a bit the one on the
Right?
left, the ear. It doesn't seem to be attached to his head quite so
Yeah.
much as it should be. Do you know what I
Yeah, I
mean?
think I could.
It needs to come down.
Now I'm
more.
standing back. I can see that.
Yeah, the other ear.
Just here,
That one, yeah.
just blend it in a bit.
Yeah, it just needs to come down more towards his eye.
Push it in.
Yeah. No, I meant the actual. I'm pointing at the screen because you can't see me doing it.
the ear, yeah.
The actual part of the
Yeah.
ear.
That's
There.
it.
That's
That's
it.
it.
It just. That's better.
Yeah,
Perfect. Yeah.
I've got white on this brush, so it won't
Yeah. Okay.
not doing the biz, but yeah, just a little bit more.
Yeah, you really captured his cheeky little expression.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
he's lovely.
The eyes are good, aren't they?
Yeah.
Well, it's all good. So,
Yeah. Yes. At least I haven't got a rush this time.
mm,
On now for this week. Nothing vital.
that's good.
Yeah, I've got more time.
To say that'll dry back. I'll sort that out later, and tidy up around there. Yeah, well, the base is there. It's just tidy up time now.
Yeah,
Lovely.
no, really good.
I can't wait to see lots of little Ralphys.
Yeah.
Don't get too excited.
No.
I'm sure they'll all be. I think that they'll all be. Get
Yeah,
his character.
that's really good.
Mm,
It's almost lifelike, isn't it?
yeah.
I
Wow.
think the original one you had was the better colour.
Mm.
What? No.
Oh, no,
No,
no, no, no,
no.
no.
Lost the original now.
That's it, isn't it?
That's it. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just looks.
Mm.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah, that's really good. It's a challenge.
Yeah.
Another challenge.
Challenge. They're all challenges, aren't they?
Yeah.
Every week.
It's like most of these Tuesday morning, you can only do so much in the time.
Yeah.
And I'm not the sort of person that can.
Here he is. He's looking.
Look at your picture, Ralphie.
Look at you.
Oh,
It's yeah, he's looking grayer there.
Yeah.
mm,
He is.
he's
He
getting
is
old.
Yeah.
Was that a younger picture of him?
No, that photo was only taken about 3 weeks ago because when we
Oh.
decided, when Dave asked for a photo of it, I took that one.
I think yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. It's okay.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
nice.
I think it's
Good.
lovely.
It's a basis for a bit tidying up later and warming a few bits and I don't know, blending.
Oh,
But when you
excuse
do, when you do what I was doing, like putting the clean wash on of water, clean water, then the burnt sienna, and then the burnt umber, and add the blue and mix it. It's a sort of a one hit or maybe a 1.5 hit process, because if you try and go back to the lighter bit, it won't work. It'll just sort of, it won't blend. You won't get that nice wash. What you have to do is what I'm doing now is sort of leave it alone when it's bone dry. Then you can sort of smooth it off and subtly blend it in any hard lines or whatever. But yeah. Woof, woof.
Oh,
Oh, Ralph.
really good.
Yes.
It's lovely.
Look,
think
that
over
is
to you
good.
lot
We'll
now.
have fun with that.
Oh,
He's still got his tongue hanging out like he normally
No.
has.
Well, I did promise an
Can't
early
see his-
lunch.
You
yeah.
can't see his
No, it's
teeth.
good.
His tongue.
You've got my
Oh, excuse me.
choice of the choice of doing it is up to you, really.
Yeah.
Do you want to paint some white gouache on all the white areas that you see first, or do the other way around, paint the dark areas first? I think that was a better way of doing it, personally.
Well, I'm
We
gonna
shall
put-
see.
Yeah.
Failing that, don't do it at all. Use
Don't listen,
the
Ralph.
flesh tone or something and use that. Leave white paper where you see it as white as a highlight, and then
Oh, excuse me.
use almost
Don't
a
listen.
very light watery bit of flesh tone, almost
Yeah.
water, and like I was doing there, and you can get it's the dirty water in the bucket. It always makes me laugh. You can use it to paint shadows and things. It's fascinating. One thing I have learned with these watercolor things, I've got the 2 buckets there, is to don't let them stand. You know, I'll empty them, wash them out this afternoon earlier. Otherwise it will precipitates, doesn't it? In the bottom you get like a
Oh, that muddy, painty.
if you will flush it out straight away, it's much easier. Some people, I know Tom Marshall will make one. I'm pretty sure that he keeps that water and sort of keeps the paint and stuff at the bottom and reuses it in a different picture. Yes, I don't use enough of that sort of color really. It's either grey or yuck, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mud. But if you flush it away quick, it doesn't do that. It stays hydrated, doesn't it? Don't know. Over to you lot.
Right. I'm going to have
Right.
to say goodbye because I've got to
Yeah.
go and see
I'm
David.
going to leave as well.
Yeah, and me.
So,
How many weeks has Catherine been pregnant?
Was she pregnant?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Potential
I'm
nanny
keeping it
here.
very low key, but
Yeah.
I let it slip, didn't I, last week? Because it was about this time last year that she miscarried.
right.
Well, 1 in 4 pregnancies end in miscarriage anyway.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, both her mum and me, we miscarried before we had them. So
And the same.
I think they were quite. She had a bit of a shock though because she'd never seen the scan because it was COVID last year and it was locked down. She never got to the doctor. She never had a scan.
Oh,
When
right.
she went for a scan a couple of weeks ago and got the pictures, she saw how developed
Yeah.
baby really is.
Oh,
So she passed the 3 months, or was she at the 3 months?
When she miscarried, she was 13 and a half weeks.
Oh, right.
About the same as she is now.
Oh,
which
right.
She's got
Right.
a scan
you're
this
just
morning.
keeping your fingers
Right.
crossed.
Right. Yeah.
I am, yeah. I'm trying not to get too
Yeah,
excited about it, but I can't wait. My first grandchildren.
Oh, I know. You worry all the way through.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. Because
Well,
Dawn was older and she had to have when they put the needle in to see if they're Down syndrome.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And you think, oh, please let her be all right through that.
I
It's
know.
horrible, horrible.
It is a
Yeah.
worrying time.
Then you got the
Mm.
choice. Do you terminate or keep going? Oh, no.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I know. We were lucky. We didn't have any trouble. So,
No,
mm.
no.
Can't remember how many
No.
grandchildren I got.
But then you think, well, I expect with you, Pauline, when we were pregnant, I think today you think, gosh, they're so pampered. We
I
just
know.
didn't have anything,
Of
did
anything.
we?
No.
We just
No.
went into labour.
That's right. Yeah.
Hope for the best, didn't we?
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. It's so different nowadays, isn't it?
Have
Yeah.
a nice day.
Yeah.
Oh.
Have a lovely time. Go and enjoy the sunshine.
Well, I'm
And
definitely
then
going to do that.
paint little
Yeah. Right.
Right, I will see you next week then, guys.
Yeah. Okay,
Okay,
then. Well, good
bye.
luck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good luck.
We'll do
Yeah.
our best.
Do your best
Yeah.
for my Ralphie.
Yeah. We
We
will.
will do. Yeah.
Can't
Cheerio.
promise too much. Yeah. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah,
Bye. Thanks,
hello.
Dave.
Bye.
Thanks, Dave. Bye.
Yeah,
Cheers,
thanks
girl.
a lot.
Next week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye.
Oh, I keep going to press it. There we are.
I'll do it.